Today we're taking a look at a new development from Samana called Lake Views. I actually really like this opportunity because it's in an area called IMPZ, which I personally think is an absolutely forgotten about gem. I recently bought a project in this area and I think the returns are going to be absolutely incredible, and this could be another opportunity on the cards. In today's video, we are going through this project in depth. Me and my partner will be talking about the location, the amenities, and basically everything that you guys need to know. With that said, this is a new series here on the channel, so if you do want to stay up to date with the latest launches in Dubai, this is the channel for you, so hit the subscribe button. But with that said, I am also a property investor. From what I could see in the market here, I believe that most of the videos we have are all about people trying to sell directly to you, but they themselves are not investors. I show you the ins and outs of investing into the property markets with my numbers, with my investments, full transparency for you guys to decide whether or not it's something for you. Of course, I'm not here to tell you that Dubai or any other country is a perfect investment. I do not know that. All I can do is show you and tell you my own opinions. With that said, if you do want to get in contact or you want me to connect you with any of the brokers that I personally use to buy my properties, I'll leave all the links down there in the description. With that said, let's learn more about Samana Lake Views from my partner, Garvan.
A new development from Samana, which is Samana Lake Views, just on the side here of two quite nice lakes in IMPZ. So IMPZ is very much just kind of a forgotten area in a strange way. It's an amazing location when you think about the relocation of the airport, well, not the relocation, rather the opening of Al Maktoum Airport just here. And I guess the kind of alignment of the new city being between the two palms. So currently, obviously, all the focus is on DXB and then downtown here, the Burj, all that sort of stuff. We're seeing obviously the creek become popular here. Al Jadaf, really interesting area. I think beautiful Creekside, which is starting to populate, obviously Maidan here. But for the most part, the opportunity exists between these two chunks here, between the Palm rather. So when we come down basically to IMPZ, the services, the amenities are absolutely phenomenal in IMPZ. I find it really exceptional. And particularly, I'm very familiar with the lakes here. They're actually quite pleasant. I think they're going to put a running track around one of them is probably the likely plan. You've got Sports City beside it. You've got the golf course here as well. So generally speaking, you're really well serviced. There's a big mall as well just here, which is actually a lovely mall. Yeah, it has everything there. It's not overcrowded by any stretch, and you're essentially within walking distance of it from Samana Lake Views here. So very interesting development overall. Let's jump in, have a quick look at the brochure. So we try to get through the usual kind of marketing material, but you can see the finish is quite interesting. The classic Samana pools, which is always noteworthy. You can see it's on the side of the lake, which is great. I think this is the running track that I mentioned that's likely to be going in very soon. You've obviously got the main pool then within the development. So overall, like a very interesting prospect. But the reason is because particularly of the payment plan, which I'll come to in a moment. So when we look here in terms of what's in the area, city centre, the mall, as I mentioned, which is like 3 minutes away. You've got JBR Beach less than 10 minutes away, downtown 15. I think that's probably accurate. And then you've obviously got Dubai Mall, which is 20 minutes away. So really well connected. And I think kind of just generally a forgotten area more than anything, which I think is going to aggressively be populated in the next 2 to 3 years as people start to realize that it's actually a superb area with amazing amenities. The mall there is super. The lakeside aspect is great. I think more and more the opportunity to have any kind of water nearby is going to become drastically interesting or massively interesting to people because it's going to become less and less available, let's say, and more in demand. So if we have a look here at the studio layout, not too bad at all. We've got small kitchenette, bathroom just upon entry. You've got the bedroom here. I'm a big believer that a nice Murphy bed, the fold-up beds on the wall could be great in a studio like this. So you maximize the space. You've got the balcony here, and then you've got your private plunge pool, which is also really nice. Then the remainder of the layouts, the one bed is decently substantial, actually looks pretty good, nice big balcony, etc. So you can see, generally speaking, pretty good layouts overall. The 2-bed here as well, the balcony on both sides, pool in the middle, living space, master bed, 2 bathrooms, in fact 3 bathrooms, which is phenomenal. So yeah, really good layout. Has quite the distinctive kind of feature to the architecture that Samana typically go for. Now let's jump into the most important aspect, which is the payment plan. So this is an example of a payment plan on a studio. So you can see this is in AD. I quite like the way Samana actually break it down in the different currencies as well. Very helpful. So when we go into the breakdown here, so you're looking at a 20% down payment, which comes out to 36k USD or 127,000 dirhams. But if we look at the monthly repayments, they're very, very comfortable. Like you're looking at 6,390 dirhams, which breaks down to 1,800 USD. So to be able to buy into an apartment for 1,800 USD, there is 2 chunks here on 12 and 18 where it's higher. But for the most part, it's basically 6,000 dirhams a month, 1,800 USD. And then we come to November 2027, which is when the handover kicks in. And the remainder of the project, you basically will put a tenant in place and they'll clear this balance for you. So you're getting, let me see, installments 46 through to 60. You're essentially not paying for it if you operate it well and put a tenant in, which is extremely, extremely easy to do. So overall, you can see it's a decent project, very, very affordable, a great location, in my opinion, a very much hidden location. The fact that it's right beside the mall, I think is phenomenal. I've been in the mall several times. I think it's a great little spot, has everything that you need. You've got the running track around the lake, which is great. And the overall area, for me, is a super area. You've got so much going on in JBC. You've got Al Barsha not far from you at all. And most importantly, let's say to go to Al Maktoum, it is 26 minutes. So not bad at all. And that will probably improve over time, no doubt, with the addition of new roads as well. And then if we also just want to go DXB, I always think taking the airports is a good kind of 35 minutes. So nothing crazy, not bad at all equally. But more importantly, let's say just to even get to the marina, you're looking at 25 minutes in absolute peak traffic. So not bad. Again, that could be easily pulled back down to 15 minutes if you're going at a smarter time. So overall, a great investment. I think very interesting with the payment plan. I like the fact they break it down, make it so simple to understand. And then you've obviously got the post-handover payment plan where, actually, sorry, I was incorrect. I should have scrolled down further. I was incorrect on the payments. So from payments 46 through to 95, that'll all be cleared by a tenant. So very, very comfortable with that, which is great. So actually, that's even better than what I predicted. So really, your whatever the total is at this point, I'd have to tally it, but basically from payment 2 or 1 rather, but 2 up to payment 45, that is basically you directly paying it. And then the balance, as you can see, there's a huge number of months that are thereafter that are basically paid by a tenant if operated well, which is extremely easy to do. So yeah, overall, a super interesting project. I like the way they break it down very cleanly, super location, and very, very affordable.
So hopefully you guys now understand a little bit more about Samana Lake Views. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions if you do want to leave them down there in the comment section. Please feel free to reach out to us again with any questions you might have, or if you want us to connect you with the brokers that I personally use in the Dubai markets. Hopefully I provided some value. If I did, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.